is Utter Radio.
Welcome, people, to the baddest podcast in the scene.
Hello,
I'm with.
Dan.
Welcome, Dan.
You alright, mate? What are you saying? You're good.
My co-host. I'm Lenny, aka if you know, you know. If you don't know, get to know.
Brilliant.
You like that one?
Brilliant.
My uncle told me that.
Yeah.
My uncle told me that. Anyway, how's things?
Not bad, mate. Not bad. Just Monday, innit?
Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday.
That was a meme. Have you heard of that song? I only trust girls that days that don't end in a Y. By
It's thing. You know what?
yeah.
I know that song. It's
Mo Stacks.
Yeah.
And then Crepto Conan, one of them, put on Twitter a tweet saying, "Unless you're H, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday." I was dying. But
It annoys me that H is just like now. He's just the guy from the north. Like you know what I mean? I know bare heads like H. You know what I mean? Like I
like H, but
I like him, and I know plenty of lads who act just like him. Not like trying to impersonate, but are just similar people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What annoys me is he's now like the stereotypical.
He's in Manchester, the stereotypical guy in North Manchester, I think.
Yeah.
They all speak, because I'm from South Manchester and we don't say Monday. We say Monday.
Yeah. I see H being bottom and top floor factory.
Yeah. But come on, let's be fair. Bugsy runs the North.
Yeah.
See how massive he is, bro?
Yeah, he got smacked, didn't he, off his bike, and then
yeah, but
he came back.
And then he came out of hospital and said the reason there was a dent in the car is because his body hit it. Mom came through like he was a super... Obviously, he wasn't really, but you get me. But come on.
The reason there was a dent in that car that I just hit was because of me. Cheers, Bugsy, mate. Cheers for clearing that one up.
But yeah, how's things?
Not bad, mate. Not bad.
Same stuff, innit?
Yeah.
Still in lockdown.
Still in lockdown.
Yeah. Every day is like.
Who knows when this one gets released? So we could be out of lockdown when this gets released.
I know, but because of this pandemic, I think we're always in a lockdown until it goes.
Yeah. I'm just sick of the mask, mate. I can't breathe. My glasses just steaming up.
Yeah, it's a sticky one.
Yeah.
Anyway, today is a special.
It is, mate.
It's a podcast special.
It is.
This is the first one we're going to do.
AKA the backup when we're not in Manchester and we need something to put on.
I'm always in Manchester. I'm a Manchester guy, me.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm sometimes out.
Even when I'm out of Manchester, Manchester stays in my heart. Nowhere's better than this place.
That was deep, man.
Yeah, me, bro. I love Manny. The 6-1's where I'm from. Anyway, we're going to talk
Where do you live now? Just outside Manchester?
No, not even.
Oh, right, okay, nice one.
Manchester, M19's
just
the postcode.
outside Manchester.
Listen,
M19.
so today's special, we're going to do a few of these. We're going to talk about the best people in each position. And we're going to start with strikers.
So this is the podcast on attackers.
Yeah. This is
our top 3 attackers.
Let's call it the Footy and That podcast, the counter-attackive episode. Do you like that?
A counter-attackive?
The counter-attackive episode. Because we'll catch you on the break. You don't know.
Because we'll catch you on the break.
We'll catch you guys on the break. You don't understand. With the top 3 I have, we'll catch you on the break. So listen, next after this, we'll talk about midfielders in a different episode. Then we'll talk about defenders. Then we'll talk about keepers. And hopefully...
teams.
Soon. But today's is about strikers. And we've talked about our top 3 strikers. So we've given our...
There's some rules to this, isn't there? We can't just go free for all.
Yeah, we can't just say bow.
Yeah. There'd be no discussion.
So, because I'm a United fan, he's a Liverpool fan, we've given one each, maximum of one each from each team.
Yeah.
Because we could just...
I could sit here and name...
Yeah.
I'd argue Divock Origi's the best in the world, you know what I mean? Like, if given the opportunity.
We'll fight. I will fight for
Divock.
I'll fight for Makeda. He scored that one goal against Aston Villa.
I will fight for David on GOG.
That's us. Bro, but listen, we've given each other one player from each team of our team. We've given one actual striker who we personally think will be
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, will be in everyone's list.
Yeah.
The cream of the crop.
One of the obvious.
Yeah, and our last one is. We said the streets would never forget, but it's also a player that...
Bit of a wild card, isn't it? Just like...
Yeah,
not your traditional who you'd expect to be there.
Is that player well? Because we didn't tell each other.
Style. It's called style.
We didn't tell each other because we want to use the effect that, shit, that guy.
Yeah.
We want to give everyone that type of feeling.
I've literally just changed my wildcard idea just right now.
Literally.
I literally came into this episode knowing I was going to choose, and now I've just changed.
So who was you going to choose?
Who was I going to choose? I'll tell you when we get to that bit.
Okay, go on then.
But I might change again.
So go on, I want to hear your Liverpool lad.
A Liverpool one. Well, it's a difficult one because obviously, growing up, I have a soft spot for El Nino, Fernando Torres. Yeah. I have a soft spot for him because he was the player I grew up loving. Like 8 years old, you know what I mean? But
if you've heard our first episode of a podcast, you'd hear us arguing about Torres and Vidic.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give it Suarez personally. That season, that 13-14 season, where he had Sterling, Sturridge, and Gerrard around him. Coutinho was there, great team. But I've never seen a player drag a title challenge by himself so much.
See, with Suarez at top, I think that was a sick decision by you, because if you talk about Torres did sick at Liverpool.
Well, when we bought him, it was with the Torres money, and we bought Andy Carroll and Suarez, and everyone was like, "Oh, who's this Suarez lad? Yeah. Andy Carroll's gonna bang it," and it turned out.
You know who he come from, didn't you?
What, Suarez? Where he came from? Ajax.
Yeah.
Do you know why he pretty much left as well?
Go on, didn't he bite someone there?
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah.
I've never.
And then he bit Ivanovic, and then he bit Chiellini. It's the three that I know of.
They're the three that we were notified of.
His missus just comes out the yard with bite marks all over her body and that.
Hey.
His kids come out with bite marks all over their
I'm taking an area I don't want to go.
Nah, listen. But I think with Torres, when he went Chelsea, I think his career flopped.
Torres, yeah. He was dropping a bit anyway before he left.
He was, I think.
And then he always performed against Chelsea, and I think Chelsea were like, "Oh, we'll go sign Torres then." And then we signed him, and then he scored important goals for him, but nothing gave me as much satisfaction as seeing Torres miss that sitter against United. Do you know when he goes round the keeper and then just...
Bro, I remember watching that game.
He used to do it all the time. He used to do a little step over and bring it past the keeper. He did it against Barca, didn't he, against Valdez. Does a little step over, brings it past the keeper and slots it. And it's like he overdid the hit on the crossover and just...
I don't think he looked at the net. I think he felt he was on the far side of the right-hand side post. I think but he was on the left-hand side post, did the step over, knocked it to the left even more.
Shocking.
Hit it wide.
Shocking.
I remember being in the stadium at that time, yeah? That was at Old Trafford. And the look on everyone's faces, when he did that step over, he's scored. Because we've noticed...
It was just, yeah. So he ran riot, didn't he, sometimes at Old Trafford?
Yeah, he went wide. Everyone was laughing. I didn't know what to do. I was shocked. I was like, no way he's missed out.
Yeah.
Because I had to double check. Because when you're sitting in the stadium, you have no commentator, so you have to double check that's not gone in the net.
Yeah, so for literally one of the main reasons why I didn't choose Torres was because of his Chelsea time.
Yeah.
Because his Chelsea time was that underwhelming that it kind of took the shine off Liverpool time a bit. So I picked Suarez because he's scored some of the best goals I've ever seen. A hat-trick of hat-tricks against Norwich. Who does that? Who scores a hat-trick of hat-tricks? Some of the goals he scored were some of the best goals I've ever seen. That goal against Norwich and the volley. There's one where he flicks it around the defender and half volley it.
The only problem with that Suarez team was Suarez gave me fear no one else in your team did.
Yeah.
So playing
whenever he was on the ball, it was like...
Playing against you, I felt if you put two defenders on him, you could keep him quiet enough.
But he could always just...
Yeah. He might still score against you, but having two defenders on him...
He could score from anywhere, mate. If you gave him like a millimetre of space, you'd be on him and he'd just take a millimetre and just bang it top bins. Just like that.
I think when he's on it, he had a bit of pace. He wasn't pacey. He had a bit of pace.
Didn't need it. He was strong, wasn't he?
He could do the step over. He could knock off defenders. He was a bit... You know when you get pushed on the floor and you whine a bit? That's the only thing I hated about Suarez. And that's what I hate about a lot of players. I don't like whiners.
The thing is, like, his whining has cost him decisions. I remember hearing Howard Webb once where we weren't given a penalty against Arsenal. It was a big game, and he got it was a foul, but because he jumped and done a pivot mid-air and landed on his head and stuff, it wasn't given. It worked against him a bit.
It does.
But at the end of the day, as someone's job to score goals, I've never felt... He used to make me laugh, you know what I mean? I used to watch him and just laugh because he was that good.
Felt comfortable in his
Felt
presence.
comfortable because it was funny how good he was. It was actually funny. Remember him scoring against Everton and just sitting there laughing because it was just Crazy.
Listen,
Absolutely crazy.
The only problem with that is you had Joe Allen in the team. The Premier League. Jesus.
Yeah, that team was it was like, that meme of the Ferrari at the front and the Ford Escort at the back. It was like that. We had Colo Torre in defence, but Sterling, Suarez and Sturridge up front.
Didn't you have Skirtle at them times?
Skirtle was decent. He was just getting older.
You probably had Agger.
Agger was gone in that, I think. I think it was Skirtle and I think it was Colo Torre.
Carragher was there during the Suarez season.
Not the one when we nearly won.
No,
he retired the year before. He retired the year before we went on when we nearly won it.
Yeah.
He retired the year before, but he was there at the start.
Trying to get in my head who was there. So Henderson was part of the Liverpool team, but
he was coming through a bit.
Yeah. From Middlesbrough or something like that.
Sunderland, mate.
Was it something? Yeah,
Sunderland.
Something like one of those teams.
One of those teams. Geordie, innit?
Yeah. It was a Liverpool team that he scared me, but no one else did. I felt like you put two defenders on him, he might score a goal against you if you have two defenders on him.
He made
it. But your defence was good enough to stop 3-4 goals going in.
Yeah, he was that good. He made others better, didn't he? So Sterling came through with him. Sturridge had the season of his life with him.
And
Gerrard, Coutinho came through with him. Coutinho was banging that season.
Coutinho was, yeah.
Gerrard dropped back into CDM role and just fed them balls the whole time. It was just that other midfielder, and the defence was.
Can't give him.
Glenn Johnson. Glenn Johnson.
Oh, remember?
Simon Mignolet. Jesus Christ.
Listen,
I think Karius is bad. Mignolet's the worst I've ever seen.
Listen, when you said Johnson, which Johnson were you talking about? Glenn Johnson. Do I reminded me of? And I don't know if you remember this. He played for Portsmouth before he played for youth.
Yeah. And he played for a lot of people before he played for us.
But you know when Portsmouth were in the league, that was my favourite time in the Premier League era. When those teams like Portsmouth, Bolton, these types of teams. I love football then. This was 05.
Do you think it was better back then, or just think it's just you looking back nostalgically because you were better?
Nostalgically.
Because you were better.
No, not because we're better. I enjoyed football more. I think it was more of a man's game. I think if you got pushed on the floor, you got back up.
You could have hard pellet players then, couldn't you?
You had the cream of the crop back then. I could name top 5 players in the top 10 teams. I could name you 5 good players in each team. That's how good.
Everyone, someone decent, didn't they?
I loved it. Like, I remember he scored a goal from the halfway line. That's when I first recognised him.
Who, Suarez?
No, Johnson.
Glenn Johnson?
Yeah. Halfway line, played for Portsmouth.
I remember the camera he was a good player when he first came as well. I think he played at Chelsea, he played under Mourinho, and he was a decent player. But he came and he had a good couple of years, and he just got too old. And because there was no one else challenging for him, he just them old players that secure their spot. How Phil Jones had a spot in the team for so many years. How Glenn Johnson had a spot in for so many teams for some reason. So what? You know what I mean?
So Suarez takes that, yeah.
Suarez for me.
For my Man United player.
You're saying this guy's better than Suarez now, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Ronaldo.
Oh, God's sake.
Cristiano. Listen.
Are we saying as a player or just in the Premier League?
As a player.
Are you just saying that now because you've chosen? Are you saying that now because you've chosen Ronaldo? And because if I say is it just in the Prem, it kind of debunks your whole argument.
Listen,
is that the reason?
Listen to this. Like you said before you started, my podcast. So listen to me.
Yeah, but an hour. So if you because I've said, is it only Premier League time? You've gone no as a player because if you choose Ronaldo just as the Premier League time, still unbelievable. But
for me, I think personally,
what I mean?
And I've spoken to a lot of other fans. I got loads of Arsenal fans as mates, and we bicker. But even these men say, Ronaldo, when he had that ball in the corner against, and Ashley Cole was one of the best left backs in the world.
Them step overs.
Bro, I was still thinking about the first step over he did. He's on the 30th.
Yeah.
Get me? I'm mind boggled at this point. I think Ronaldo. I'm not going to talk. I think him, and I'm picking winger Ronaldo because in this it's not just strikers, centre
attackers,
forwards.
isn't it? Attackers.
Yeah, we have wingers as well. And I think that man, given the ball, he could score header. He could score long range goal. He scored 40-yarder against Arsenal.
He was very good at free kicks.
Free kicks.
Very good at free
kicks.
He
could run down the line. He can do
He's
skills.
good at everything. He's Ronaldo, isn't he? But I just...
And listen, I was thinking about this yesterday, and I don't want to bring up the whole argument Ronaldo-Messi, yeah, because I know talk about Ronaldo-Messi always comes into the conversation, doesn't matter what you're speaking about.
Naturally.
And I just want everybody, even if you're listening, if you're in the place.
Just, I think Ronaldo.
Listen,
I'm Ronaldo over Messi.
I'm a Ronaldo man, but however, I'm not going to downgrade Messi because I think we're lucky enough to be able to see them both.
Yeah.
In a lifetime, my dad's lifetime, he's seen Zidane. And my dad's lucky enough to see Zidane. My
We
granddad.
had two. We had two.
Yeah, my granddad was lucky enough to see Eusebio.
Mm.
You get me? There's these players, and we're lucky to see Ronaldo, Messi. These men
But I don't think it's a bad thing to compare him. It's natural. It's human nature to go who's better.
No, but I think
But the
people,
fact that
people downgrade the other one.
If Ronaldo was the only good, like the world's best, and Messi wasn't about, or vice versa, only one of them, they wouldn't be at the level they are because they push each other. They need each other.
Ronaldo said that. Yeah.
Batman and Joker, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think Ronaldo's number one for me in the world ever, or just ever as a player.
Ronaldo's the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could play midfield. He could play.
So
strike.
I'm gonna argue for Suarez's sake because he's not.
Because I think Ronaldo played winger. He played striker. He played as a striker. He could still do the step over. Still score the headers. When he jumps for that ball.
When Ronaldo was in that team, he was surrounded by winners already, world-class winners.
Yeah.
Suarez was surrounded by players like Joe Allen.
Listen.
And a young Sterling, a Sturridge whose career was a bit wobbly because through injuries and bit of a horizontal, if not downgrade to Liverpool at the time, and Chelsea Liverpool on a transfer, and then an older Gerrard and a young Coutinho. He brought that. Do you think Ronaldo has the quality to pick a team up and carry a team? Because when I see Ronaldo,
I think he has.
Because when I see Ronaldo doing anything but smashing it and getting the ball given to him, he's just whinging.
I think especially when he was at teams, I don't want to talk about other teams, but like Madrid, when he was at places like that.
So does Man United Ronaldo carry a team the way Liverpool Suarez carried a team?
I think that was a difference. You need to understand about Ronaldo. He joined United as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Suarez was.
That's
Suarez.
You say like it was like but
that Suarez season, he was at his peak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronaldo wasn't at his peak. Ronaldo hit his peak just after he left United, in my opinion.
So are we? So we are counting as Premier League United, as United.
As Ronaldo, I'm talking about Ronaldo as.
But then it just debunks the whole argument. Why don't we just go? Well, I'm going to go and choose Ibrahimovic because he played in the Premier League and he's.
I hear that. You could listen, but with Ronaldo, I think because at such a young age, doing it at his age, I think you look at him like you look at top world class players. He had Ashley Cole on the ropes at that time. How old was he? He was young, brother. What was that 06 season? And I remember they just smashed him. They hit into him and they committed the foul.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm not denying Ronaldo was unbelievable, and the fact that Ashley Cole was up there as well probably helped him, to be fair, because having that level of competition. But in my opinion, I think Suarez was an overall better player for a team because he would drag us to victories. He would drag us to victories. How many times did Suarez score like 5 goals? How many times did Suarez score a hat trick, 4 goals, and we concede 2? You know what I mean?
This is it, because Ronaldo came to a team where they're already winners. You can't come into a winners team as a kid and become the top dog. You ain't being top dog over people like Rooney. Rooney came in at a young age and was top. There wasn't even top dog. Sorry, he was scoring bangers at the age of 18 for United.
There was a hierarchy with Scholes and
the Scholes, your Giggsy, your Vidic.
Was Keane there when he first came?
Yeah, Keane was there. Keane is scary. That's the best way to. He was.
But this was on the end of the Keane days, when that video came out, and then he was slating other players, and he got dropped by Fergie.
Yeah. But you need to understand, as a foreigner as well.
A young Portuguese lad coming in.
Couldn't speak English properly. I think he held his own in that team.
Did you see Ronaldo when he first came United?
Oh,
mate?
when he had buck-up teeth and he had
clapped, bro.
Jeans
He was clapped.
And cardigans.
He was clapped.
More time he was.
He was clapped.
He still had a better trim than you.
What? When he first came to United?
Yeah.
I'll take like now, but not like. Nah, mate.
Now, your trim now and his trim then.
You keep going on my trim, mate. There's a lot down going on. What do you want me to do?
Listen, your trim gets. Listen, it's like how I wear.
We haven't recorded an episode yet. We not mentioned my trim.
Every episode, you come in with a shit trim, and I come in with fluffy slippers. Yeah, it's just how it is, bro. You just need to admit.
When's the last time you had your haircut?
Never.
So how can you speak about haircuts?
Listen.
I don't go tell Tiger Woods what to do when he's playing golf. I never played golf before.
I do. I'm Tiger Woods' dad out here, bro. I play mini golf. You get me? When I take Gally down to the mini golf place, I show him. Man, you play cricket, bro. It's the same thing.
Just hitting balls, isn't it? He's just hitting balls with a bat, isn't it?
Nah, but listen. I think my argument for Ronaldo is he was a young lad. He fought into a big Premier League team. That was one of the biggest Premier League teams, the biggest Premier League team at the time. That was fighting for your spot. That was fighting over Giggs's position. That was
right, we're going to have to
agree to disagree.
Disagree.
I don't think any Liverpool United conversation will have I don't think there'll be many.
No, I will.
That will come to-
I'll be fair, but
I
I'm
think-
not going to be
listen.
fair when I don't feel like it's going to give them back to me. You know what I
Listen,
mean? I'm not going
I feel
to
like-
give United compliments if you're going to go
However,
Joe Allen every time you mention something.
listen, no, I do think Suarez is the better goal scorer than Premier League Ronaldo.
Yeah.
However, I think Ronaldo had everything else: the pace, the skills, the technique, the
I'm saying Premier League Suarez beats Premier League Ronaldo on not playing ability.
As a
I think
goal scorer.
I think playing ability they're very similar. At that time, young
As a-
Ronaldo and Suarez, very similar ability. But I think mentality-wise, if you give the mentality of young Ronaldo who cried every time he didn't take a pen, or just
yeah. But
and get the mentality of Suarez who literally he bites someone for you, mate. You know what I mean? He bites someone
The
for
only
you.
difference is that Suarez was at that Man United team at the time. When Ronaldo joined that United team, I think with Suarez, he wouldn't be that something special because there's already special people around him. It's like you know when Real Madrid won the La Decima, when they
Right.
won their 10th Champions League
Yeah,
title.
yeah.
It's like Rashford going in when Rashford broke the scene, and now Rashford could be something big. He's only 21, 22, 23ish. You get me? Is that someone like that, or a Sterling getting into that team? They're not as big as they are now. I think with that La Decima team, they were a big team. With that Man United team, they were a big team. Ronaldo had to fight for his position there. But I see what you're saying about Suarez. I think Suarez.
Mentality-wise.
I know. Sorry, I'm not think. I know Suarez was the better goal scorer, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Ronaldo had everything else, especially for his age. But
Okay,
I like that one from you though.
I like that one.
Suarez.
Suarez.
That's a good one.
It's between Torres and Suarez, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Mine was between
I do love Torres, but
that
a
Chelsea.
lot of Torres. This sounds really horrible to say because I was seeing live Torres score a volley with his back to goal against Blackburn. I saw it live at Anfield and it was unbelievable. But a lot of the time, I'd say 70-60% of Torres' goals just came from Gerrard giving in a worldy pass.
My backup to Ronaldo was Rooney.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I like Rooney.
He was very.
I hate to say it, but I
he peaked at a
I
young
generally
age.
like Rooney.
By the time he was 23, 24, he won everything. He won
Yeah.
the Champions League.
I like the idea
won
of
a
little
Premier League,
scouse
wo-
skinhead just being sick
yeah.
at footy, and that's just what he does.
He was small. He was stocky. He wasn't-
Skinhead,
yeah,
like bald,
skinhead, yeah.
bald Rooney will never be topped.
He was a cup of tea construction worker Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You ever seen that Nike advert with him in, where like the yodeling, and he
Oh,
has the
yeah,
big
yeah,
beard
yeah.
and the belly on him.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to see him. I want to see Rooney like playing for Derby in like a couple of years with that on him.
Whilst
Beer
we
belly.
talk about Rooney, congratulations because he's the interim manager at Derby currently.
Yeah, he's just been made.
Yeah,
Just been made,
the
hasn't he?
interim manager for now. But I think Rooney peaked at a young age where by the time he was 29, where a striker does peak at the age of 28, 29, because he already peaked, people didn't see him as such a good striker because he already won everything, done everything. He scored all
He
the
was a
goals.
bit. He was a bit of a. I don't know the word.
He went through-
Mercenary is the best way to describe Rooney because it never seemed he had any loyalty to anyone. He never had loyalty to United or loyalty to Everton. He left Everton, went to United, scored against Everton, starts
Yeah, I love
giving it the badge and kissing the badge like
And
for
then
the
went
Everton
back to
fans.
Everton.
And back to Everton. So he only goes to whoever pays the most, I think. Whoever pays the bills.
Everton didn't pay him that much, to be fair.
Well, he wanted to play.
He
yeah,
wanted
that's fair,
to go
that's
back
fair.
to Everton.
But he played time on it. Then he went to America.
Yeah, but let's be fair.
I'd go America to be fair, man.
Yeah. So anybody who's going to end their career should go America's. Sonny.
Well, unless like the South Americans, they've always got like Boca Juniors or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. But listen, Rooney would have been in mine, but I think Ronaldo is one of my favourite players ever. My favourite player ever.
Who, Ronaldo?
Ronaldo, I think. Ronaldinho, Fat Ronaldo. You get me?
Just
Ars-
the
Oh,
three
no.
Rons.
These,
The three Ronnies.
yeah. These man, imagine they were in the same team. R9 up front. Yeah, R7 left, Ronaldinho right.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
You as a defender, you just be like, what do
Yeah.
you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I'd look at my gaffer and be like,
Yeah.
shrug my shoulders. So go on. Let's go on to now someone that will be on everyone's list. That striker that.
All right. You go first. You go first.
No, go on.
No,
I'll
you go
give it
first. You go first. I went first last time.
Alright, go on then. I'll go first. Mine, and it has to be, and I love this guy, Henry.
Thierry Henry.
Yo, wait there. I need to give a clap
Yeah.
for Henry.
Henry, yeah.
Listen, He's,
I always think I was just that bit too young to appreciate him, you know.
so was I, and I look back at times because I do watch something on Sky Sports called Seasons, and then it has 99.
Yeah,
and
yeah, on
all
the
kinds of-
YouTube and stuff. Yeah, yeah, man.
it comes on Sky Sports. It's like an hour-long episode. And listen, I watched this lad at Highbury. He scored so many goals against United.
That goal,
was
he flicks it up and does
on the turn, and then hits in.
unbelievable. I try that shit in the park all the time, and
Yeah, it doesn't go right, does it?
no.
Nah, but listen, Andy did that penalty where he tried to. Was it Perez rolled it?
Yeah,
And he tried to hit, and then he acted like, oh, what's going on? Listen, Henry could score goals. He was, if Ronaldo peaked, he would be like Ronaldo. Yeah, not as skillful, because Ronaldo would rainbow flick everyone, etc., etc. But with Henry,
Who, Ronaldinho, you mean?
with Henry, he could score goals from distance, up close. He could get that poacher's goal. He could get that distance goal. He could He could do step overs over you. He could flick the ball over you. He could score penalties. He could score
I
headers.
remember very young and seeing Arsenal play at Anfield, and he just ran past Carragher, like he just put Carragher on his backside and he ran. I think it was like the left hand side,
Yeah.
and just ran all the way to the goal and just slotted it in.
I-
No, do you know what? It looks too easy for him.
Yeah.
That's what it was like watching videos of Henry.
I appreciate him. I see, but at a young age, I was indensed in United. So I had shutters.
Ride or die, innit?
Yeah,
Ride
yeah.
or die when you're
I
younger.
had shutters. But when he went Barca, I looked at him in the Champions League final and I was like, oh, this guy. And he had Samuel Eto'o and players like that. Listen, he won the league. He was part of the undefeated team. That was Arsenal's undefeated team. He was, listen, when you're...
It does help.
listen,
He had a good team around. He had Burkham.
yeah, but
around
listen,
him
when
and-
you're a striker and they played one or two strikers, they played one striker, I think. Yeah? When you're fighting with Burkham, but they played at the same time, I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
But he was the better striker, and Burkham was a top striker.
It's true.
But Henry
He had that flair, didn't he? He had that.
Hen-
It was a weird stage, wasn't it? I think looking back on the Premier League then, it was like European football. The flair of European football was
Ooh,
slowly just
especially French
creeping in to the Premier League.
The only thing he didn't win was the Champions League. He got to the final and got battered by Barcelona. 2003, this was top of my head, I think. 2002, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
One of them, he got battered.
Happens,
And
doesn't it?
listen,
Do you want to hear my one?
not really, because I'm in debt. Oh, Henry, the man. Listen,
I'm gonna give you someone who's as good as Henry,
go on.
if not a tiny bit better, who's done it for nearly 7 years.
If
8 years.
it's not Shearer, I don't want to hear it.
Sergio Aguero. Top
striker.
quality, consistently, year on year on year. He was one of them players. Whenever he got the ball inside, towards our goal, I'm like, right, well, he's just going to bang this top bins now.
There's a stat about him that he scored the most for a foreign player.
Yeah, I think it's like the most
Yeah, the
overseas player.
Yeah, the most goals.
Yeah.
Listen, he scored that goal for against QPR that won him the title.
For that moment alone, my granddad and my mum are City fans.
Yeah.
So when that moment happened and they won the league, I remember being like, I jumped up because I was like, oh my god, that is
Mad thing.
mad. United just lost the league, get in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was unbelievable.
That-
That bit when
that-
Fergie,
listen.
Fergie was just like, he's clapping the fans in the ears. The chuddy goes on the floor. It's like, right,
Yeah.
come back in.
Listen, the way you said that, oh my god, they won the league. That was so enthusiastic. You sounded so.
Yeah, because I City in it now. Like, we become roused with City now, innit? So
Yo, listen, I think with Aguero, this lad, bro,
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
The City talk about putting statues out for Company or Silva. I can see Company, I don't see Silva, but Aguero don't get one. Do you know how United have the 3 players at the front?
Yeah.
Them 3 players. You're right, mate.
listen.
Lenny's on his chair and he's just going up and down. I've just seen his head bob underneath the computer screen and bob back up again.
Listen, I'm having fun on this chair. Oh, what you say?
I see them 3 players at the front for United, them statues. Aguero, Company and Silva are City's version. They brought the glory days. That and the money.
Yeah, but
Them 3 players.
I think them 3 are different to them 3 though. They were Champions League winner, Division 1 winners. They won everything.
Yeah,
Munich
but you
disaster
do.
survivor.
I know. I understand. I
And they
understand.
survived the Munich disaster.
I understand, but you can't
That's
you
theirs.
can't
That's
you
theirs.
can't say
It's not on a bigger
Aguero.
scale.
You can't say don't give Aguero a statue. He's not been in a plane crash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can't. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying. But listen, with Aguero, I think he was a top player. I think him scoring that goal, bad.
Legendary status.
He's won in the league consistently.
He's been top level consistently for I think 8 years. Like you say.
What he scored 20 plus goals every season, more or less. Yeah. The only problem he had, injuries after injury. He would play 5 games to get injured.
Because he gave
for
it his
10.
all. Because he gave it his all in every single match.
Yeah, bro. But listen, you play 5 games to get injured for 10 to play. Listen.
Did Henry suffer with injuries that much?
No, I don't think he did. No. Henry was consistent. Henry is like the king for Arsenal fans in the Premier League era. I can't name you a bigger player than Henry that played for Arsenal. That invincible season, Henry comes to mind. Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Vieira talks about Henry.
I'm not denying Henry's amazing,
listen,
but for the sake of Aguero's, for me, Aguero's the man.
So Aguero, would you say would Aguero make it in your team over Henry?
That's a good question. Who you picking?
For me, Henry did everything. I think Aguero did everything as well, but
Peak Henry or peak Aguero?
peak Henry for me. I listened.
Yeah, it is. When you put it like that,
caressed that ball, the way listen, when everyone thinks Henry is that one flick he did, ball comes towards him, he flicks it around the defender, spins him.
It was a type of goal he scores, wasn't it, Henry?
It was. He.
But obviously I didn't grow up with Henry, but I've grown up with Aguero banging it for so many years, so it's.
I completely get it, because I wasn't born during Henry time. I was born 2000, so I missed the end.
99, mate.
I was the end of Henry.
90s were mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the 90s, man.
You were 99, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, 90s were mental, mate.
Was it?
Maddest 3 months of my life.
Oh yeah. In your mum's room, yeah. Watching
Well, I was born, so.
Oh, what? I see. Nah, but listen. I think Prime Henry takes it. Prime Henry takes it.
I'll give you that.
When I look at Premier League top 3, I think Henry, Rooney, Shearer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Aguero has. I think to not
Comes
put
fourth.
Aguero.
He comes fourth. I think Aguero. I'll never take it away from him. When he gets that ball, he puts.
Granted,
fear
if
into
his name was Seth Aguero, and he was from Durham, and he was an English lad, he'd be praised about unbelievable. You know, he'd be the biggest thing since sliced bread in England.
Do I just thought of when you said that? I thought you said Dudley, and I was thinking of that Birmingham accent on Aguero.
Aguero, yeah.
No way. From Birmingham.
And Birmingham play for Manchester City.
Hey, I play for City.
Play for City.
No, listen. Imagine he had a Scouse accent. Listen. At the end of the day, if any of these players were English, they would be the next superstar.
Yeah. They'd be statues of him.
All these lads that we're going to say, except for our last two. Our last one, sorry.
Our last one is. Cool, let's go into like Henry's.
So Henry takes it, yeah?
Henry.
Henry takes it. So I want you to go first now.
This is the wild one, yeah?
Use your wild card. Use that player
Well, it was between two.
you will never forget. But
It was between two. And it got to the point where I was like, I can't believe I'm choosing 2 City players, to be truthful. But
Balotelli.
for
No way.
for me growing up, not to choose, obviously outside of Liverpool, what player did I love watching play? And I loved Balotelli. It was going to be Adebayor.
Do you remember that goal way there? Before you switch Adebayor
Runs down
against
the...
Arsenal. Listen.
It was literally for that moment.
That's a king action.
Yeah.
You score against your previous club to run to the other side of the pitch to slide and get a hot dog thrown in your face.
That's
My
brilliant.
brother.
Brilliant.
Listen.
I wish we more people like that.
Listen.
More people like that.
I need to clap for Adebayor. Can I tell you something about Balotelli? Because
I'm talking about City Balotelli,
Yeah,
not
listen.
Liverpool Balotelli.
No,
He
no,
played
no,
Liverpool,
no.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Because Liverpool Balotelli was...
No, let's scrap that. City Balotelli, yeah?
Yeah.
Let off fireworks in his bathroom, yeah? Wow, bad boy.
So this is the theory about Balotelli, why he didn't succeed at Liverpool. And it also, in my opinion, shows why City is a bit of a smaller club than Liverpool. You play for City, yeah, and he's this mad kid who's letting off fireworks in his house, go Manchester, giving thousands of pounds homeless, yeah?
No,
and he's amazing. He's amazing.
And he had a fight with the gaffer at the time.
Yeah, and he's amazing, yeah? And he comes to Liverpool. At Liverpool, they go, right, this is a Liverpool Football Club now. You might have done stuff with City, but City, you were allowed to be an idiot there because
It's City.
City have only been good for 3 years. Like at Liverpool, there's a bit of history, there's a bit of a reputation to stand up to. There's a certain caliber you've got to be, and a certain level. We had a clause in his contract that says if you mess up, you'll be docked wages. And the reason, and for that reason, I think he has to be a mad guy, doesn't he? He has to be mad to play good. And that's you know what I mean. We should have let him go let a fireworks. Could you imagine mad Balotelli running about Liverpool?
Listen, you know when my brother was in college, he goes to me. Balotelli came to his college, and these were all on a break, and he started giving people free money. This guy's a bad boy.
Yeah. Have you heard the story about his mum said go out and like get a new toaster or something, and he came back with 2 dirt bikes?
No way.
Yeah, came back with 2 dirt bikes.
See, he's a madman. I love him for being a madman.
The moment I fell in love with Balotelli was the goal. It comes off the top of the crossbar, yeah, falls down, and he shoulders it in.
Oh yeah.
It's like it was just, and what?
Oh, and he scored against United. Why always me?
Why always me?
I remember that.
Unbelievable. You know what I loved as well? One moment I just think is just pure Balotelli, and it was just hilarious. You seen the pre-season game where he runs up to the goal, does like a little step over and just kicks it out for a goal kick?
Yeah.
I was just like, why not, mate?
This is a Balotelli.
And I think I swear he got told, he went back to the changing room or something, then came back out with like an iPad or something, and he just started playing like Angry Birds or something on the sideline.
And I rate that you put Balotelli and even Adebayor.
Yeah.
But I got another guy that will raise some eyebrows, brother. Are you ready for this? Gabriel Abomlaho.
Right.
Do you remember my man?
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Do you
Decent.
remember
He was
my
decent.
man?
He was decent.
Listen, this pick, we're not picking the baddest striker. We're picking a striker that some people might have forgot. Listen, for Villa, my man was there. 74 goals, 33 assists, and 300 odd appearances. They're not the best stats. Yeah, I'm not going to pick up no stats like that.
Why are you choosing him then?
But when I think of football, when I enjoyed football back then, the best times in football, he played for Villa. And Villa's that team that I don't hate him, I don't like him.
It looks like if you smacked Joel Matip with a frying pan.
Listen, he had forehead bigger than man. He had forehead bigger than Gal back. Yeah, it was massive. But he looked shiny all the time. He used cocoa butter to setting because my man looked shiny all the time. He would miss so many chances. He would score a few goals here and there. I remember during the winter he would wear those black gloves. My man, I just loved watching him. I don't know why. He was that striker where he didn't get clout. He was just there doing his job. He wasn't always in the press. He wasn't always doing interviews. He was just there.
In about 5 years, I think we'll look back at a player like Troy Deeney the same way we look at him.
Yeah, that's the best way. Yeah.
He's a Troy Deeney, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think Troy Deeney gets more clout than him. He's a bit quieter than that. He just did his job. Like you're saying, you remember.
We're saying that, but I swear, was he not? I might be getting this wrong. Was he not captain when Villa went down like abysmally, went down bad?
Villa went down enough times. Villa went down enough times.
How many times was he captain? I'm just looking at him here on the photos, and he looks like he was a bit overweight in some pictures, mate.
Yeah, but with a forehead like that, don't matter what weight you are, fam.
It does when you're a footballer, mate. I don't want to see a stodgy footballer.
Rooney was stocky.
Who?
Rooney. Yeah,
but he wasn't fat, was he? He was just small.
Luke Shaw.
And muscular. Yeah, Luke Shaw, lose some weight, mate. You're a footballer. You're getting paid £250,000 a week. Put the donut down.
Let me just give you some stats on Labom, yeah? You ready for this?
On who?
322 appearances, 74 goals, 34 assists. Player of the month, November 2007. Listen, this is an organic show. Everything's coming from my cranium. Listen here, boys and girls.
Is it? Is everything coming? You're just thinking these stats off the top of your head?
No, listen, I'm reading these stats, but this...
What's that shine coming from your lap there, mate?
This pick...
Why are you looking down to your lap for?
This pick comes straight from my cranium, yeah? This man was a G. I just felt like... I remember he always used to get the ball, and I didn't think he was going to score, and he never did. But that wasn't the point. I just loved seeing him in the Premier League. He was that guy. He was like your Troy Deeney. Listen, 102 wins, 122 losses. He lost more than he won, but it doesn't matter. He was that guy. And I loved Villa. I not loved Villa. It was a Villa team. Like I said, I didn't love him. I didn't hate him.
Yeah.
Who else did they have in their team at the time? They had a few. Like they had Brad Friedel. He was a USA cap. He was the USA goalkeeper, wasn't he? I remember him from like
it was
career mode. He played for Tottenham or something like that.
Yeah, and yeah, he was alright, wasn't he?
They had Ashley Young.
Shall I tell you Balotelli's stats off the top of my head?
No, listen. By the top of my head, I mean my man picking him as a choice. I'm looking at Sky Sport Premier League website.
So I'll tell you now. So he came 2010-11, yeah?
Yeah.
17 appearances, 6 goals. 2011-12, 23 appearances, 13 goals. 12-13, 14 appearances, 1 goal. Yeah?
Yeah.
Liverpool, came to Liverpool, 14-15, 16 appearances, 1 goal. Then nothing. But his stats don't look amazing. I get that, but it was the swagger of him on it.
Wait there. I've just seen this, and it says Premier League record Balotelli 70 appearances, 21 goals, 1 assist. Is that all he got?
Yeah.
Listen,
But this was we just said at the start. This wasn't for.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
the goal scorer. This was just for someone you'd love to watch.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. But this lad, bro.
You know that moment when Joey Barton need company or Tevez or something. He needs Tevez and started on company.
Yeah.
There was a moment when he walked off the pitch, Barton, and Balotelli walked up to him to like try and have a scrap, and someone stopped him. And I was like, you know what? Just let him have it out. Let him have it out.
Imagine they were teammates though.
Yeah, I don't like Joey Barton though.
I don't.
Have you seen that video of him when he goes to like France and?
This might sound stupid. Listen,
you not seen the video? He goes to France. He's been like 2 weeks and he starts like a broken English accent.
No, that's that Netherlands. That's the guy who went to.
No, it's Joey Barton. He went to France and then after 2 weeks he was like, "Yes, I play very good football here. I like enjoy my football here."
Who else did that? It was an ex-Premier League manager. He worked under Fergie, I think, and then went to a Dutch team and he was acting like that.
Yeah,
Listen, something's come to my head. I don't know why. You man are gonna think I'm stupid, yeah? For a quick minute, Balotelli and Joey Barton on one team, yeah, versus Roy Keane and Vieira. Who wins the fight? Listen, this is stupid.
I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't think. Roy, I think
Irishman.
I think when Roy Keane is he's not a dirty fighter, is he? He's just going to expect some certain level of respect and just let's punch each other in the face and see who can hit hardest. No. Vieira will, I think, just push you over. Joey Barton and Balotelli, they're dirty scrappers. They're dirty scrappers. They're not. They'll bite you.
Roy Keane and Joey Barton, yeah. These two are gonna. This is like a brawl, a knuckle brawl, yeah. These are bare knuckle brawl. That's it. These men are gonna fight till someone's down. No one's bringing no weapons. That's how I see these two going. I think with Vieira, he's too tall for Balotelli, so Balotelli ain't doing nothing. These man knocked them two out. I don't know why this has come to my head, but I thought
I get it.
It'd be a good fight, that wouldn't it?
It'd be an alright fight.
Oh, way better than that. Way better than that. It'll be this would be pay-per-view, fam. KSI got a boxing. Yo, man. This is pay-per-view on DAZN and that.
True. What's it called? Yeah, WWE got Triple Threat. What's 1 for 4?
Oh, a Fatal 4-Way.
Fatal 4-Way.
This is WWE. Yo, why am I talking about boxing? This is WWE WrestleMania.
It's tag teams, isn't it?
This is like the Hardy Boys versus Edge and Christian.
Right. We've got a minute wrap up, and I'm thinking of if you could choose one football player to be a WWE superstar, who are you choosing?
To be a WWE superstar.
Who's got the most?
Oh, it's a sticky one. This, Come
on, we've got 30 seconds.
Go on. You give me someone.
I don't know.
Rooney. It will have to be Rooney. You know why? I think in a fat Rooney when he went to the England team, and he reminded me of Umaga. In the damn guy, Big Daddy V. Rikishi puts his batty in Mandem's faces and that in the corner.
Mate, do you know what it is for me? Peter Crouch, great Carly.
Oh.
Great Pete.
Peter Crouch, Undertaker, great Carly. Oh my gosh. Table, ladders and chair match.
Right, we're done.
Listen, people, you're listening to the most organic show, yeah? This has been Footy and that. Everything comes from the top of our cranium. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Live from the University of Salford, this is Utter Radio.